CateStar, and welcome back to Becoming Woke, my channel where I document my journey to become more woke as a socially conscious consumer. So today, this episode is going to be focused on a 14-day journey starting now, where I will be using Evan Healy and seeing if it really makes a big difference in my skin, and overall, is it worthwhile?
At this point, you're probably wondering, if you're not familiar, who or what is Evan Healy? And the answer is, it is a socially conscious skincare line. So let's delve a little bit more into how it is socially conscious. Several things make this a socially conscious brand. First, its products are all USDA certified organic. So they're really showing you with official third-party certification that they are walking the talk as far as being organic. That alone, in my mind, would make this a socially conscious brand, but they go so much further than this. Their website also specifies that organic ingredients are significantly higher in nutrients, antioxidants, and secondary metabolites. So not only is it better for the environment, but it's better for your skin. Next, handcrafted. For me, this alone would also be good enough to be considered socially conscious. Then they keep going. They have pages discussing farm revival, which is excellent. It's clear they're doing a lot of good with their platform at Evan Healy. They're really aiming for Patagonia level transparency and consciousness within their brand. Now there's some other things that they list, like containing whole essential oils. That is not so important to me, and if it is to you, I'm curious how or why. I'd love to know more. Let me know in the comments why whole essential oils are socially conscious, why they're better for you. So then there is a lot more on their website about ancient alchemy, truth-seeking, etc., and so forth. Again, to me, I love it, but I wouldn't buy it for just these reasons. But if these would be like a huge advantage for you, let me know. Let me know why that is important. I'm on a quest to learn. This isn't I'm woke. This is becoming woke. So help me get more educated. Something that is important to me in shopping socially consciously is inclusivity. Originally, I was just going to discuss the diversity in age, religion, and gender on their website, what they call Faces of the Earth. And I filmed the experiment a while ago, and I wanted to update that they also have pride support and a lot of information in support of Black Lives Matter, an important movement that's happening at this very moment at this time of filming. While supporting diverse groups should be a given for any company, it's clearly still a struggle that we have, especially in the United States, and it's right that companies are acknowledging the struggle and doing what they can to push those barriers. For this experiment, here is the kit of trial-size products by Evan Healy called the Rose Balancing Kit. It was a private gift from a loved one, and in looking at the website, it has since been rebranded as the Balancing Ritual Kit. However, the components are all the same. The kit consists of a cleanser, a moisturizer, a hydrating mist, a serum, and a clay mask. The kit should last 2 weeks if used as directed. And speaking of the directions, here is a screenshot of the directions from the Evan Healy website, which are the same as these directions that came inside the box. Basically, wash face with the cleanser, then mist with the Hydro Mist after a damp towel off. Then add the serum and finish with the moisturizer. It also has directions for the clay mask, which by common rule of face masks, I assume should be used once per week. So this 2-week program should have enough for at least 2 masks. The box and website say that this is best for all skin types, especially oily, dry, or combination skin. So I feel like that's most people, unless you're normal, just are. My skin personally skews toward the dry side with oily T-zone at times, and especially in this Southern California climate, it can really go across the board. So this seems like a good kit for my skin needs. My skin also has freckles and discoloration from years of not wearing sunscreen as a kid, or just natural. Like everyone, I'm concerned about fine lines and wrinkles. I also have rosacea that can be exacerbated by skin products, and the puffiness and dark spots under my eyes are a concern of mine as well. So I got a bunch of, stuff I'm concerned about in this area. So I'd like to see if this works. Is this not only a socially conscious skincare brand and a conscientiously put together kit, but does it really work? Because I think in the end, we all want to be socially conscious, but there would be only one sort of charity purchase made of this, better for the earth, better for you, kind of skincare, unless it can actually really walk the talk. Hi, okay, so we are in morning 1 of day 1 of our Evan Healy experiment. I have all the little ingredients in front of me, as well as the official Evan Healy directions printed with it. So let's use these, even though there are ones on the website. Why not use the kit with original intentions? I think they're basically the same. So I have already woken up, worked out, and I have this on my face, my sunblock, which, as I mentioned, is what I usually do. So I'm not going to break that routine, and since there's no sunblock within the kit, it's not competing with anything here. I don't think you can see it. Maybe if I turn on this light. Anyway, probably not. But the fun part about this sunscreen is that it is sparkling. So we're gonna see how clean I get my face because there's glitter. Now obviously I did just work out, and usually of course I'd be doing this like in the shower, at least for the washing part of it. So what I've decided is just to start out kind of showing what I would do. I'm going to do the face wash and then put on the clay mask, and we'll stop it so I can shower with the mask baking in, and then we'll come back. I'll finish the rest of the routine. Oh, and by the way, I'm using this because it's just like a nice facial massager that I usually use. So okay, we have the rose cleansing milk. Get that? There we go. I'm gonna shake it because I don't know, it looked like there might have been some separation. All right. I mean, it feels so milky. It really has a good feel. Interesting, it's like staying in there, so it's hard to get it out.
probably would like put it on the face first next time. I always do all the way down to the collarbone. Alright, and let's do the rinse. Moment of truth. Right on, the glitter looks gone. So, alright. So far very soft. I'm used to just so much harsher. I really go to town with my face. So actually milk is something brand new that I'm not used to. Alright, so now the clay. It comes like this. I'm supposed to use a teaspoon. So I have this little cup. I'm gonna put just a smidge. So this is way more than 2 weeks worth. The directions say you dribble in either the tonic hydrosol or spring water and then, you know, kind of stir it. So, okay. Oh, mistake. That's why they say dribble. Okay. So let's try it. And I'm been used to doing these not with a brush, so I don't have a brush yet. I refrain from any like sunless tanner or anything, so we could really see what the results are. So this will be a 2-week like legit experiment, you know, seeing if it really helps. I mean, I have some rosacea, you probably can tell. You know, I've got obviously the fine lines and wrinkles I think everybody's worrying about. I get dry patches here. And then this is like oily, and then this is alternating oily and dry. You know, I mean, this feels really good. It's a fine powder. I don't usually do mixtures. I usually just do the ones in the clay pot that you do yourself. So this is like brand new to me that you would, you know, be mixing it. I don't think I've done this before. No, I mean, I think having it too liquidy like almost makes it not concentrated enough. Like, it feels like this should all be like a lot darker. All the way down to the collarbone. I just wanna, did that help? No. There we go. Do it. See, now the graininess is coming in. It was just too liquidy before. Okay, my face is like totally orange with clay. Okay, now this is supposed to sit for 10 to 15 minutes, which I think is a great time to enter the shower, clean the rest of me. We'll keep this on, and then we'll come back, finish the face routine. Okay, so all clean. I did rinse it off in the shower just right at the end. It was about 3.5 weekend songs, so I'm guessing about 15 minutes. And my face feels so soft and smooth, which is interesting because I usually use like pretty intensive scrubbers, like St. Ives or like Versace, like full scrubbers. So I'm actually interested to see how this sort of more moisturizing solution has really somehow made my face feel so soft. Tonic. So let's give this like a spritz. Now I do usually do a tonic, and I will, even though this is not part of the routine, I do spritz tonic. I keep something like this, like a rose tonic, in my refrigerator, and I spritz it on my face throughout the day. So what I'm probably going to do, just to keep the routine, is keep this in the fridge and spritz this brand instead. All the way down the collarbone, all the way back to the ears. I love it. My face feels very smooth. Now we go to the serum. There we go. The Rose Facial Serum. It's got an oily consistency, which is kind of what is making me think that this is like for dry skin. I mean, they say dry, oily, or normal, so I don't really understand it. Or they say dry, oily, or combination. So I guess that just leaves out normal, but I don't really understand how it could be for both of those. But like normally you would see it for dry or combination, or oily or combination. But I mean, it does have a really good smell. The rose hip treatments do have like this rose scent. So it doesn't feel oily. It feels like lightly oily, but not heavy on my skin. It seems to like have absorbed pretty well. The white heads. No, not at all. It's like a ligament apparently. The Vetiver Day Moisturizer. Amazing smell. Ooh. They make these with essential oils, and I have to say essential oils really do smell great. I don't feel it heavy on my skin, which is good. I often use, you know, a jade roller basically to, and I probably will when we're done, just because that's what I usually do, my jade roller, to kind of get it absorbed, but it feels like it's not laying on the skin heavily the way other skin lotions do. By the way, the jade roller totally broke. I got this in the Cos box, and you might have seen that video a while back. But unfortunately, like, I need to glue this back together, and I don't even know what became of the other part of it at this moment. Did not necessarily survive intact through the whole move. So makes me kind of like, in retrospect, just want to throw out that maybe that was kind of a cheap component of the box. I have lots of feelings about boxes, subscription boxes, that I think I'm going to save and we'll put in a future video. Yeah, I'm not feeling like the jade roller is really like pushing the product in. I mean, it's absorbed really well, actually, even with the layers. That's impressive to me, because I'm usually pretty afraid of layering on different products. It feels dry, actually, already. Now, I'm gonna use this every day because this doesn't come with an eye serum, and this is the one I've been using. It's USA made. It's got conscientious ingredients. It's recyclable, cruelty-free. So I like it. It came in a subscription box, I believe, as well. All right, so we're ready to rock. Basically, I'm gonna roll in this eye gel, and then the last real step of my routine that I, as mentioned, not gonna change, and that is sunblock. And I think that's an important everyday component that is non-negotiable at any time. In fact, especially on cloudy days, they're saying use sun protection. It's just another day in quarantine. So, you know, I'm gonna do my nails today. I might, do some stretching, exercising. I've got some sewing projects. I'm gonna work on some scripts for future videos. All that's a long way of saying probably not gonna do the makeup step. This is from my favorite things video. I love it. It's almost gone. I got it. I've got a little list. Hit in the drugstore. It's next door to the grocery store, so. I have been outside doing my nails, working on projects, and I'm in for just a minute to charge my stuff, but also to do my afternoon hydro spritz. When I noticed the nose, the side of the nose, this is like the oil area, and those feel kind of greasy right now. So on the sides of my nose, I noticed like they were getting a little inflamed. I mean, that part of that is the rosacea. But, when it's too oily, the sebum sort of collects in that area. So I use this. I will be doing a whole show about Veritas, but great stuff. Blemish cream with CBD. Welcome back. This is day 2 of the Evan Healy Rose Treatment Protocol experiment. Now last night I did do the full procedure. The wash, the tonic, the hydrosol tonic, the serum, and the moisturizer. But I was so annoyed at having to do the whole thing, I thought, I don't want to also have to film it. So I did it. I made note last night that there were some parts, specifically nose and chin, the oily zones, that there are some small breakouts. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it in the pictures for sure. So like here a couple and here. So not good, especially since it's really been billed to be good for oily skin. So I'm kind of curious as to how this is going to play out. Did it maybe mix with my sunblock? I noticed it before I did a midday hydro spray, just cool off spray, and it looks like it got worse overnight. So I'm gonna go with day 2 morning of the full thing. No more French rose clay. I mean, my face does feel really very soft. But in these zones, it's just very oily feeling. And I noticed, you probably can't necessarily tell on camera, but my pores are hugely inflamed, like here. I mean, so far, really mixed results though. Pore inflammation, acne. Today I'm gonna use this Eco tool. It's like a little brush. It's a little bit harsher. I want to use the same tools that I have been using, just to keep that level of control. Okay, so feels good. Less of the serum this time. I just put it dabbed on the fingers before putting it on. It feels smooth. It already feels like it's soaked in. I'm going to just wait until about 20 minutes before I go outside this time to put on the sunblock. I don't have any more of that light sun bump, so we're using this today. So I want to make sure that this is all soaked in. on the docket for today, bike ride. A farmer's market is actually open, and then doing like a HIIT workout in the evening, virtually. Of course. Probably in the sun. So, let's see how the old skin holds up with all that. I'm feeling like better, like maybe the serum, I did too much, and that was part of the, gotta make sure the routine is complete. So, alright, this is what I look like, no makeup, I'm just like, whatever. Nobody watches my channel, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I finished the evening routine. It looks like it's very well absorbed. I noticed just a little bit of acne, but actually what had popped up before seemed clearer and I didn't have big pores. So today I put on the fixed sunscreen. I actually added like a mineral sunscreen spray midday, and that was it. So no of the hydro spray. And it looks like, you know, the pores don't look inflamed. You know, once again, I was just too annoyed to want to make the full video while I was doing it. But then as I was doing it, I was like, actually, it's really not that hard, and it's not that fast. And it seems like it's going really well. I mean, my skin truly feels and looks great, actually. That's probably way too much. My usual routine would be sometimes full wash, but never like wash, moisturize, you know, serum, full routine. And I like it so far. I think that, you know, having the accountability of this test is actually good. It's making me go through the full thing. And I know some people are like, why not just take a night shower? And I just can't. It wakes me up. I mean, the most that I do is like a rinse after a workout, but I just associate it with being like, you know, invigorated. So it's just, I don't think I can do that. But it doesn't mean that this is not a routine to do in the shower. And actually, I think tomorrow morning, after my workout, instead of, because I didn't do the sunblock because I just worked out in here in the morning. So I'm thinking after that, I will try the routine in the shower. I'm really liking it so far. And honestly, this acne that I see, I realized might just be like cycle related. So it may not be an effect of the routine specifically, but you know, by the end of this week, I think we'll see what, you know, if I'm totally broken out and just skin wreaking havoc, or whether it's actually helped tame the cyclical acne cycle, as you will. All right, get it. Hey, so I'm not burned. I just get really red when I run. So I got up and I went running today, and it was already kind of hot in the morning, even though I was trying to stay in the shade. But basically I just spritzed some sunscreen on, and I'm gonna do the routine in the shower. Today is day 3. I mean, my skin seemed very soft when I woke up, and I actually didn't notice any acne, so I think it's helping. I think it's good. But yeah, I need to get in the shower, wash my face, and get ready. So I'll report how it goes, trying to do the routine in the shower. Okay, so I did my facial routine. Turns out I only needed to do the facial cleanser in the shower, so easy. And I used my little pink brush that I showed you day 1. So obviously this fits into my life perfectly. I went through the steps, noticed it kind of felt a little bit oily. And then I did my hair, you know, rollered it in, and then I put on my sunblock. And this is not like a facial sunblock, oil-free. And now I feel like maybe I need that because it was just a spray sunblock, aerosol-free, and it just looks so greasy. Yeah, I mean, it's just shiny, it's grease ball, and it's like warm outside, so, you know, I have my rosacea. I think now you know what it looks like when you exercise, when you have rosacea. It sucks. That's why, you know, Gem and everything wear like tinted foundation. But the whole quarantine's been great for giving me, you know, just a break, my skin a break. So, trying to really maximize this skin time, but I'm concerned. I'm not actually on any medications or any drugs. Interesting, but true. That's just where I'm at right now. Maybe I should be, I don't know. So maybe this is not the fault of Evan Healy, but I also just didn't feel after, you know, doing my whole hair and everything that it was soaked in. And I think, you know, I did a little too much of the serum. Maybe that's what it is, but see how it goes. So refreshing. Day 3, night, about 8:45 p.m. I decided to do this now before I start getting in my jammies and getting comfy. So I have, during the day, I applied the spray sunscreen. I did do like a midday facial tonic. I'm gonna go ahead and say it doesn't smell that good. I don't necessarily like the geranium, maybe that's what it is. I do like the rose though. I don't know, there was something about it earlier where I was like, it doesn't smell the best to me. I'm used to my rose tonic. So maybe that's what it was. Unbelievably doesn't feel greasy, and I don't see any acne, which is good. And I don't feel burned. And I did, you know, walk around all day. I mean, I obviously have been just putting on sunscreen all day. That's like a usual day for me. So, and my skin has gotten a break from not wearing makeup. So this might be my skin's like best life. And I'm gonna say the skin looks pretty good. I'm just gonna do fingers with this, just arbitrarily, because it doesn't feel like I need any scrubbing, which is good. I'm just gonna cut and I'll come back when it's done. Alright, I'll clean with the cleansing milk. I'm gonna say it smells really good. It goes on very much like a lotion. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, it's clean. It washes off thoroughly. It feels like no residue. So, I'm liking it. 3 days in. And I like doing this morning and evening routine. I mean, it's only 3 days. I can't wait to see what happens, you know, by the end of the week. Who knows? Spritzes with this. Yeah, maybe it's a geranium. I just don't care for it so much. But it is floral, and it is an enlivening scent. So I don't want to like hate on it. Oh, it's on my fingers. It does smell good. I think maybe I was just like spraying it like directly in my nose. Maybe that's what I was doing. This is the part that's like really tripping me up, is the serum. I mean, I feel like I just maybe got it on too thick. Putting it on the finger beforehand has been, I think, helpful. Because I put it this morning directly on the face, and it took like a while to sink in, and I was having to jade roller it a few times, and so it wasn't feeling like it was absorbing. So maybe I was even like wasting it by doing it, so I'm just doing it on the finger first. And this way sort of entices you to not use as much also. By the way, there we go. See, I have my little kit all laid out here in the organized row with this clay at the front, just so that I can be able to have everything organized in order. So our next step, moisturizer. Now this is just velvety and smooth and really smells great. Rose vetiver. I've seen like, and sort of been using, I guess, they're like two different types of moisturizer. The super runny, like you need to stir it or it separates kind, that kind of comes on like really thick. And I have to jade roller it in. Not like silky and emollient like this. And that may be just because it's a vitamin E moisturizer and I make a mixture of several things that I like to put in it. The other thing I was doing, both the eye cream and the face cream with Peter Thomas Roth. And that is so emollient that it's actually not, it's like solid at room temperature. So you open it, it's solid, like you put your finger in it and have to kind of like melt it around to get out a little bit enough. And a lot of times, you know, it's like it's not totally melted, so it's kind of melting on your face. I don't know if I like that either. I feel like this is kind of ideal. So I'm formulating some educated opinions about the set already. You know, I'm going to kind of compare it to other socially conscious solutions that I've found and that I've tried. In the meantime, eye cream, and we're done. So realistically, this is, I would say, about a 5 to 10 minute process. But it's just, you know, when you're comfy, you're in your jammies, and you're watching a show, and you're like, I don't want to go do a full face wash. So this is good. I'm finding a good way to incorporate this into my routine so that I can keep it. Day 4, Cinco de Mayo. I ran for about 90 minutes. Came back, did the routine. So I had sunblock on while I was running. Came back, did the routine, washed the face, you know, full spritz everything, put on more sunblock, went upstairs, worked out a little bit more. Doesn't feel greasy, but it also doesn't feel totally absorbed. But I think what I'm gonna just do is like the spray, the hydro mist, since that's what I would usually do, and then I'm gonna take a shower. I'm probably not gonna do the whole routine a second time in the shower. I might just put on some makeup and stuff for fun later, to drink some Corona and maybe get some tacos delivered and have a little celebration. Might FaceTime somebody. Hey, are you also having fun by yourself? Routine's going well. Face feels good. I did wake up with some giant pores this morning again. It was something I never like noticed before, but also I wasn't doing this. So I might do like an epilogue, just like a day after other products that I had used before I opened this Evan Healy, and let's just see, you know, if that is really a factor. Okay, so it is morning, day 5. I woke up this morning, did have the pore inflammation, douche. I spritzed on sunscreen, got ready, exercised, did the wash in the shower, rest of routine. My face feels great. I noticed my freckles are just really out, like more than usual, but I mean, also I haven't been wearing any makeup, and I also haven't been doing any scrubbing during this time. You know, usually I do like a facial scrub every other day maybe. Something that I didn't really mention yesterday that is important, I guess, for the success is that I realized you don't put the product under the eyes. That's why there's a separate under eye cream. So once I did that, I mean, you could see, I mean, besides this purple that is like, will not go away issue. You know, you can see it's not as shiny, and you know, there's not as many problems with it not soaking in. So I was doing that wrong. I learned a thing, and now I can share it in case you were doing that too. It's going really well, and my face feels and looks really good. I mean, I gotta say, a lot of the redness is calmed. A lot of the acne that was popping up originally is calmed down. So I'm liking it so far, 5 days in, and I like it. Great results, not hard to do. I actually thought I would be doing worse at this, but I like it. Day 6. I have some makeup on to do filming for some other videos that I've been working on. Let's see how this does tonight when I go to try to get it all off, just with the cleanser and regular sponge. Hopefully it works. I'm gonna throw a little bit of some twists in. So this is what, day 6? So tomorrow is 1 week, and then day 8, so that'll be Saturday. So Saturday, when we start the process again, I'm gonna throw in some loops. So throw in a little curves. Keep seeing how it works. And I guess, yeah, tomorrow I'll go over how much I have left of all the stuff. Is it gonna last the full 2 weeks? Let's find out. Okay, we are at day 7 of our Evan Healy experiment, and so far I gotta say it's going great. It's really worked for me. Last night was a bit of a trial for me. You know, I came home, didn't really want to do it, but I did, and my skin was happy. I woke up, put on sunblock, worked out, showered, done the routine. I noticed there's like a tiny bit of like acne happening in the cheeks, but I'm not gonna put any blemish remover on it. Just gonna rely on the routine itself. So far, I just really do love the cream cleanser. I gotta say, that has probably been my favorite. I did not think it was going to work as well. I also didn't feel like it was going to really scrub the way that I am used to, but maybe I was overdoing it because my skin does not feel dry. It definitely does not even feel oily. It actually just feels supple, hydrated, good. So I read in the directions. Turns out that you can actually do the hydro mist and sort of mix it with the serum, and even that you can sort of mix with the hydrating cream. So instead of, you know, kind of elongating the routine by rollering everything in and trying to do it all individually, I'm gonna try for the next week of this to, you know, just kind of have it all mixed together. Probably gonna take a shorter time, but I am concerned then that, you know, things will not soak in. So we're gonna see. But tonight is just gonna be regular. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So. Today is day 12 already. I'm visiting a friend. Still going through with the whole face routine. Also, yes about this outfit. I'm gonna walk around in public like this.
Okay, so we have come to the end of our little experiment. So let's see how much of each product we have left. How well did they last over the course of the 2 weeks? First is this French rose clay. We have almost a full jar. This will definitely last a lot longer. This is only was used twice, once per week. So this is great product. I really liked it. I was not familiar with how to use in the beginning, but I think in the end I would definitely get a brush. But great. Really loved the French rose clay. Looking forward to using that more in the future. The rose cleansing milk. Looks like we have like a tiny bit left, and I'm excited to use this for a few more days. The cleansing milk, it was not greasy, but it was effective and surprisingly effective at helping with my acne. So I'm glad this is, I mean, there will probably be only a few more days of it, but it's great. I love how, I mean, you can see how thick it is just from like how much it coats the glass. This hydro spray, only a tiny bit left, and I loved the hydro spray. I'm not used to this smell, the rose geranium. I usually do use a rose tonic, so I don't know if I would purchase this specific one, but I do like that it was a genuine glass bottle, and I will be finishing this out and loving it. The serum gown. Now, it could be because I was putting it directly on my face and maybe using too much of it in the beginning, but it did last the entire 14 days, but I was definitely, you know, squeezing out every last drop in the final evening facial routine. And the Rose Vetiver Day Moisturizer, also gown. I really loved this stuff. So here's the ones, I mean, if I was like gonna purchase again, this French rose clay would be a good investment. It will last a long time. The Rose Vetiver moisturizer, I absolutely adored. I wouldn't have thought that a moisturizing cream like that would actually be so good both for my dry skin and my acne, but there it was. And I can, like I mentioned, combine retinol, vitamin C, other little serums in it as needed. So, and then of course, the cleansing milk. So these are the three of the set that I would definitely purchase again, a la carte. And I'm looking forward, especially now since I still have some of this, to keep it in my routine, and this in my routine. And this, I will buy more of. Here, I made a long list of lessons that I've learned through the course of this experiment. So it was very helpful and educational for me, and I'm glad to be able to share this. But I think that the basic part of it is find what's important to you as a socially conscious consumer and purchase based on those most important values. And it can be that, you know, for example, no animal testing, but it also needs to be organic. You know, figure out the hierarchy for yourself. You know, what are the absolute things it must have, and what are the things it can't have in a product to be purchasable. shop your values. I think that's the way things are going as far as becoming more woke. A lot of these other lessons I really did go through already, just during my observations, especially in the early days. But I think the big thing that I learned is consistency. Whether I was tired or not, I always did the full routine every night, and I felt like it got good results. Like I was waking up with much better feeling skin every day. I really did like also the essential oil smells, that that natural smell, and the organic aspect of it just really gave it a nice feel. I also want to kind of put out there that samples and sample packs are a really great way to learn whether you like a product, and I think 2 weeks is enough to really get a feel for it. Consistent use. After one use, you may not even really realize what difference it's making, but 2 weeks of consistent, you'll be able to see, what the difference is between that and your regular routine. I learned what I do and do not want out of products. Now, I think that, for example, SPF was a big thing, and I've, since this experiment, gone on to start mixing serums in with my skincare that have SPF, that have retinol, that have vitamin C, and some other things that I really feel are important. And you can mix those with your moisturizers just the same way they said you can mix the serum on your skin with the Hydro Boost spray and with the facial moisturizer. So those are really just great lessons, and I think that in further experiments with different products, I will probably not necessarily remain brand loyal the way I was doing with this Evan Healy set. I like the set, but I think in the end, I would pick and choose different products that I like from different socially conscious brands to really make a full routine for myself that I like the most. But I think this routine actually has all the essential components of it that you really need, and it only took about 5 minutes morning and evening. So it's really great, and I did notice a lot of difference. And I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot too, and please let me know in the comments what you think. What should I do next? What questions do you have? What's important to you? What are your values? All right, thanks for joining me for another episode of Becoming Woke, and joining me in my journey to become more woke as a socially conscious consumer. Till next time.